it's here.
Right, so hey guys, my name is Ellis. As always, welcome back to another one of my tech videos. The second tech video, and today we're going to be taking a bit of a look at this. The 2017 MacBook Pro. So this is my MacBook Pro. It's the 2017 model, basically the newest one that you can get. It's not the top end one, it's the lower end 15-inch with touch bar. The specs on it, it has a, I'm just reading it off my phone, I'm not that geeky. It's got a 2.8 GHz quad core, 7th generation Intel Core i7 processor. So it's got the top notch processor. It's got turbo boosted up to 3.8 GHz. It has got 16 gigabytes of LPDDR3 memory. Basically RAM. It's got 256 gigs of SSD storage because I'm getting a hard drive to store all the videos on. It's got a Radeon Pro 555 with 2 gigabytes of memory for the graphics card. It's got 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, which is like the worst bit about this thing. And it's got the touch bar and touch ID. And it goes for about that much. About that much there. So quite a pricey laptop, but I think it's fully worth it. My biggest gripe with it at the moment is the port situation. Like as I've just said, it only has 1, 2, 3, 4 ports and a headphone jack. Because they didn't take the headphone jack away from us on the new Mac like they did on the iPhone 7, the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10. So to get around that issue, I've bought one of these. It is a little SD card slash USB slash HDMI. It's got HDMI, it's got another Thunderbolt 3 type USB port, and then it's got 2 USB 3.0 type A ports. It's got an SD card slot and a micro SD card slot, and that just plugs into two USB type C's on the left side of the laptop. So with this laptop, the Apple logo doesn't light up, which I don't really care that much. I don't really care about that much. So I've had it now basically 1.5 days because I didn't get it for Christmas as such yesterday, but my mum and dad put some money towards it. They bought me it, but I have to pay half of it back. So we're basically doing a half and half deal with it. This is a dinosaur right now. It's the 2015 MacBook Pro. I'm going to take it off. I don't want to put it on top of that one. I don't want to scratch my new one. But this is the 2015 MacBook Pro. The one big difference off the top of it, this has a light up Apple logo. Right there. Lights up. Doesn't light up. So that's the main difference that you can basically see. And the colour differences, you can choose silver or space grey with this one. I went with space grey, and this one you can choose silver. There's a big noticeable difference is the footprint of the computer. If we have a look on our overhead rig, you can see this is right to the edge on both sides, and we are chopping off a good centimetre on this side and about 1.25 centimetres on this side. So you're basically chopping off some of the footprint, even though when you open them both up, they are both 15-inch displays on the laptops. Because there's another noticeable difference that you can tell when you open these laptops up, is that for one, you can see the size of the trackpad. This is my iPhone 5S. This is it on top of the trackpad on the 2015 model, so it's way bigger than that. This is it on the 2017 model. It literally has got loads of room around the outside of it. Lots of people say they don't like the keys because they're not that much travel, but if you listen, they've got quite a nice clip to them. compared to the 2051. So these, yeah, they don't have that much travel. I do love these keys. And now onto the big selling point, I think, with this new laptop is the touch bar, the new thing. I would say the touch bar sometimes comes in helpful for skipping ads in YouTube videos. I probably shouldn't be saying this because they'll probably take it off now and they won't be able to make it possible. But what you basically do is you have your timeline across the bottom, and I can just skip an ad by dragging it all the way across, so I don't have to wait for 4 seconds. So that's a pretty cool thing. That's like a tip and trick about it. And if we look at the bottom, we've got, it says Apple here, and here it does not. You can tell the difference between the bezels here. Got quite a big difference with the bezels, and you can also tell that this laptop is probably a millimetre thinner than the old one, and about the screen is about a millimetre thinner as well. So yeah, I can see on this side how they could not fit another any USB type A's in. That's why I bought the adapter, because I can put my fingernail, oh that's my USB, that's MagSafe. I can put my fingernail underneath into the USB slot without moving the laptops apart from each other. Another big gripe, it doesn't have MagSafe. Yeah, I don't really care that it charges a bit faster. I would rather still have MagSafe with it, because I nearly tripped over it yesterday and nearly went flying off the dining room table when we were having Christmas dinner. So that would have been quite the show. So this laptop has, let me just have a look, because this is my mum's laptop. No, I'm not that rich that I have two laptops. My mum's laptop specs are, it has a 2.2 gigahertz quad core Intel i7 processor. It'll probably be the 5th generation, because they bring out a generation every year, and they've got the 8th generation i9 now, which is crazy. This only has an i7 7th generation. It can turbo boost up to 3.4, which is decent. It has 16 gigahertz of 1600 megahertz memory. That's, I don't know what that means. It's got 256 gig of SSD storage, Intel Iris Pro graphics, and 2 Thunderbolt 2 ports. So, and then that retails for about 2,000, just under 2,000, about 1,800. So there's two big differences. Like, this has the Radeon Pro 555, and this just has Intel Pro graphics in it. Like, that's the big difference. So I was going to bring you a 13-inch to have a look at size comparison of that. Don't have that with me today. My friend still got it. She was meant to come round, or he was meant to come round, not telling you who it was. So my mate was meant to come round with the Mac and show the difference. So basically that's all I've got really today. That's been a tech video with me. I do love it. I think it's a great piece of technology, and yeah, it's got the USB port situation, but just buy one of these, it's about 25 quid, and it's got HDMI. You've still got things that you can power it through. You've got 2 USBs and SD card slots, so I think it's great, because I love Apple. I've not had a new computer. I've had 2 computers. I've not had a new one. This is my 3rd computer that I've had, and it's the brand new one just for me. I absolutely love it, and it's stellar fast. I'm hoping it'll last me about 6 or 7 or 8 years. So yeah. So this has been my tech review about the 2017 MacBook Pro. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. You can subscribe by clicking here, and watch the other tech video by clicking here.